Now, so Woj reporting that the Utah Jazz now willing to listen to trade scenarios for their star guard Donovan Mitchell. Now, you guys talked yesterday about how my guy Danny Ainge doesn't see Donovan Mitchell as the face of a franchise. Well, maybe that's because he sees him as the face of a different franchise for which he could get a lot back, making his franchise even better. Smart guy, Danny Ainge. Smart guy. So, Broussard, which team should go all out to land Donovan Mitchell?
Well, Jenna, the obvious answer is the New York Knicks, but I'm sure our Kevin Wilds will exhaust that option, so I'll leave that to you, Wilds. I'll leave that to you. And I'll throw out another team in the East, the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat. Now, obviously, they want Kevin Durant. He would like to go there. It would be terrific if they could get Durant. But that's going to be difficult to do. All right, Bam Adebayo obviously can't be involved in a trade. Not that they'd want to trade him. And Durant, they want to keep their nucleus intact to put KD in there. It's going to be hard to do. 3 or 4 team deal, and even then you got to send away some good pieces. I think the Heat could get Donovan Mitchell and have a better chance of keeping that core of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. And if you want to throw Kyle Lowry in there as well, you probably got a better chance of keeping that core together. I don't mind moving Lowry. I would love a big three of Mitchell, Bam, and Jimmy Butler because they're scoring. We all know they're kind of lack of talent when you talk about the elite teams and lack of scoring is really what did the Heat in the playoffs this past season. If you add in Donovan Mitchell, question answered, problem solved.
Yep.
So, Nick, I think that Miami, obviously a lot of places he would fit. If I was Brooklyn, would I love to replace Kyrie Irving with Donovan Mitchell? Sure, but we know that's not happening. So I'm going to go with the Miami Heat.
All right, I'm going to say something that, God, I think it has been 6 weeks since I've said it. I totally agree with Chris Broussard. That is a great point by Chris Broussard. The Heat are the perfect
6 days,
team
maybe.
because they have the established number one in Jimmy Butler, a great playoff performer. They have a great defense, team defense, that Donovan won't, kill with his liabilities on that end. And what they need is someone other than Jimmy who can go get a bucket. And they need a legitimate option from the three-point line that's also a great player, not a guy who all he does on offense is shoot threes. So for all those reasons, right, Miami fits perfectly. I just don't know if they have the pieces to get it done. They are constricted on what they can trade pick-wise. I certainly, and Brew, just tell me if you agree with this, I would not trade Bam for Donovan Mitchell. I don't think that makes you better. Bam, and if I'm Miami and I know I have to go through Giannis every single year at some point, Bam is more valuable to me than anyone out west. So I love the fit for Miami. I don't know if the trade can work. So I'm just going to throw out 2 teams that, again, if I'm trading for Donovan, I need to be close and have a clear number one. So who are teams that could do that? Philly should make a phone call. Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey for Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
There'd be no picks. What you would be getting is Tyrese Maxey. That's the young guy on a rookie contract who one day could be Donovan Mitchell. That's what maybe you throw in a late pick, but they don't have a lot of picks to trade themselves because of the picks they traded for James Harden. The other team is Memphis. Memphis does have the picks, and they can trade Jaren Jackson, who makes the same money as Donovan Mitchell. Jaren Jackson plus picks. Those teams, I think, Donovan walks in, and it's like, oh, we can win the title. Like we are, and he doesn't have to be your number one option. So Miami, I totally agree with. I think it's a very difficult trade to make. Philly and Memphis are far more straightforward. But if I'm a bad team, I don't want to give up future picks for Donovan so I can have the same ceiling of second round at best that Utah had. So those are Miami, Philly, Memphis, to me, in that order, are the 3 teams, Wilds.
I think that's great. I think you guys did a great job with the creative writing exercise. Broussard, that was solid. I've heard the Heat bandied about. I'll give you an A-. Nick, I thought that was interesting about you could offload Tobias Harris. I'm going to give you a B+ for that one and a straight-up A for the Memphis idea. So great job, everybody. Now we'll get to what's really going to happen. Oh, it's finally happening. Jenna, I've been saying on this show longer than I've been talking about the baby goat. You know what? Leon Rose has got his CAA card. He's been waiting to play. And I said, maybe it's going to be Zion. And then Zion stayed there. I'm like, okay, it's going to be obviously Jalen Brunson once you hire his father and your own son is representing him. So that one worked. And then we've got someone on the assistants coaching staff who is close with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell is an old CAA guy. I think he's still a CAA client. He's just going to the Mets where his father works. He's going to Rangers games. He's going out to dinner with Quickly. He's working out in New York. He lives approximately 10 minutes from me right here. So do I think that he's going to go to Memphis, Miami, or Philly? No. I think the die has been cast. And I think Leon Rose has been acquiring picks to send the picks to Danny Ainge, who's nothing he likes more than a potential pick and a potential superstar that he can, kick it down the road, and then maybe when he leaves the franchise, they'll go to the finals. And he can buy a ticket and go to the game. So, Nick, we know that the long drought in New York is about to be over. It's been one playoff appearance in the last 9 years. In the past 20 years, the Knicks have gone to the playoffs 5 times and had 13 coaches. Well, it's all about to end because Mr. Guaranteed Playoffs is coming to New York. Finally, Leon is going to bring him here after I've been flirting with it for my entire tenure on this show. So I'm happy. I've got Donovan Mitchell jerseys ready to go up on kevinwilds.com as soon as the deal is over. I've been stockpiling them, getting them personalized, ready to go. So you guys had some creative ideas, but neither of those things are happening. Donovan to New York. Cast it in stone.
Listen,
so excited.
Be careful what you wish for. Not just a great R.L. Stine book from my childhood, but also good advice. Brew, if you're the Knicks, if you're a Knicks fan and not Wilds, who's a Celtics, Knicks, Timberwolves, former Magic, future Frisky, the sports polygamist, if you are truly invested in the Knicks, if you're a bing bong to the death guy, are you excited about trading R.J. Barrett and future first-round picks,
not trading
plus whatever else? You're not trading R.J. Barrett?
Barrett will have to be in it. You're not getting
how are you getting it?
Barrett has to go.
Then how are you getting it?
Barrett has to be involved.
No. Obi.
Then how are you getting it?
Barrett has to be involved.
Obi. Nobody gives a damn about Obi Toppin except for
I'd rather have Obi-Wan Kenobi than Obi Toppin if I'm Utah.
So how are you getting him? How are you acquiring
RJ has to go.
Some of those picks that we got from the Thunder and Obi.
They got it.